Arenas from the NewsNation station KDVR in Denver joins us because the FBI is expanding its search to the Colorado area. Vicente, what can you tell us?
Yeah, so we're in the Colorado Springs area, Connell. This is an area that's right near Fort Carson, which is the area where the sheriff of Las Vegas today said he spent most of his time. There's a post here. There's also an Air Force base here. And in this particular neighborhood is where he is believed to have lived. Just until just a couple of hours ago, there was a very large police presence, I should say, in the neighborhood. There was FBI. There were local police officers searching a unit here. Neighbors here recognized Matthew Livelsberger picture and were just in shock over what happened. And regarding some of the new details that took place today, they talked about how Matthew Livelsberger had rented that Cybertruck in Denver, and then they traced it all the way up to Las Vegas. Once it got to Las Vegas, they talked about how it was captured on those different surveillance cameras in the city. It was very interesting to see how they were able to see its path go through the city, up and down the strip there, eventually making its way to the Trump Hotel. And then, of course, showing the explosion that took place. The ATF talked about what was found inside the rubble of that Cybertruck. There were weapons. There was a military ID that connected Livelsberger to that truck. Interestingly enough, the sheriff said that he didn't quite want to confirm that it was Matthew Livelsberger until there is DNA that comes back. But they're pretty sure this is the guy because there was also a passport that was found in there. A lot of questions surrounding this case. At this time, there were a lot of questions that were asked at the news conference, whether there was any connection to terrorism overseas or domestically, or any connection to what happened in New Orleans. The investigators basically saying at that news conference today that everything is unknown at this time, but they believe that he was acting alone in Las Vegas. There were some similarities that they talked about, but certainly still a lot of questions about why he went to Las Vegas. They're not exactly sure if he was trying to send a message to Musk and to Trump. That is unknown at this time. That news conference today had a lot of details that involved the ATF and the FBI and, of course, the sheriff with that local police department there answering these questions this afternoon. But it was interesting because they showed tattoos of, they believe, match Matthew Livelsberger. They showed that today, and that's how they're linking him to being the person who at one time lived in this townhome right behind me here in Colorado Springs, which, as I said, is a very, very big military town. And he was a Green Beret, as you guys said, on leave. So we're following this story very closely here. And, of course, neighbors still here in shock over what they're learning, Connell.
No, I'm sure they are. Well, thank you for your report, Vicente. Vicente Arenas there as they bring. Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.